Hey guys, this is Shrek coming to you for our YouTube channel, and if you can see the logo edge on the door, we got Yost Tree Service out here from Salem, Oregon. He's going to be taking down a tree that we have in the middle of the field that is not doing so well. We want to make sure that it's safe and good for all of our customers, doesn't destroy the buildings or any of the property. So that's what the plan is today. And I'll spin you all around. Right there, there's the man. He's been sizing it all up.
Howdy.
And then see this tree right in the center of our frame? That thing is in the 100-foot range. Let's see if we can get it all the way to the top. It's above the canopy of the oak trees. He's gonna have to climb that, drop it down in chunks, and then we get to grind it up and clean up the mess. So see you back here in a minute. All right guys, so you see right here, this little scrub oak tree or whatever, we'll trim that up with the saw, get that all clean looking, but it was angled over into the fir tree, and Yost had to, I'm saying that right, Yost? Yeah. Okay. He had to get that out of the way, and then we pulled down the belting material that we use for the maize bunkers. We popped them off over here.
I'm gonna finish that cut on that tree too.
All right, brother. And so we've pulled down the belting so he can put his climbing gear. He's gonna climb that bad boy. He's gonna drop, he said about 30 feet down of the tree, drop it down. So we'll get that on video. All right, so the guys are getting all their equipment prepped over here. We got everything down. He's setting up his climbing gear. We'll zoom in a little bit. Setting up his climbing gear. There's the tree branches are kind of messing that up, but he's gonna climb that big old fir tree. That's probably about, that fir tree is probably about 2.5 feet across. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. All right, so he started his climb. That's just so cool. He's probably gonna have to limb every one of those limbs. We'll zoom in so you guys can see. And I won't bore you with like the unboring stuff, but this is pretty cool. He just started going right up it.
Yeah, let me go grab the blade. No, just use the hook. Oh, just try and snap them?
See all those limbs? To climb this, he's got to delimb all those limbs all the way around. Let's give you some perspective. So, just to give you an idea, those tires right there, those are 5 feet off the ground. That, okay, see his buddy, his helper, he's 6 foot tall. Give you an idea how far off the ground he is.
Hold on, you're stuck on a long one. Let me see if I can bust it. There we go.
Perfect. And see, let's get into what they're doing.
Hey, you don't say you're gonna do something and just do it. Like there's a limb right here that could be hidden. Just wait for me. Communication is one thing we still have to work on because you think you can say something.
All right, guys, so pause the video for a while till he is way up the tree now. But he's been trimming all the limbs. We'll zoom in a little bit.
Hey, you're coming up on that video.
He's been trimming up all these limbs so he can get his ropes up. That's incredible.
Now, like I said, on the backside, you're just on the full ground branches, about a foot above your orange line.
So he's got to be at least 35 feet up the tree, which is pretty damn cool. And he's into these big, huge branches. I bet you those branches that he's cutting right now are 6-inch in diameter, and there's a lot of dead ones. And that's the ones we were having problems with. They were falling off, causing trip fall hazards to the customers. And you can hear them, they're hitting the ground with some pretty good. That's what we'll be cleaning up and chipping up later up. Just very methodical. It's pretty cool to watch. I hope the video does justice to how cool this is.
Thanks. See something, say something.
All right. So he's got to be at least now 50 feet in the tree, easily in the tree. Give you an idea. That was a monster there. That was a big one. And you talk about communication and teamwork. What they do is so methodical, and how they talk to each other and everything. People don't understand that, but when you work with someone and everything, it's pretty cool watching it all go down. Now, to give you a for instance, that branch he just cut down, That branch is 20 feet long, that big one that just dropped. That's the length of my car trailer. That big one he just dropped down. Awesome. So he's maneuvering around. I think he's gonna cut this big branch. Let's zoom in and see if we can get that. See that big branch? I'm gonna tilt the camera up just a little bit more. The video camera just does not do it justice to see how far he's up in this tree, and these branches are just winging down from up high. When they're hitting with such force because they're up so high, if they're rotten, they just explode. That's another 15-foot branch right there that he's working on.
Oh, jeez. Okay, good.
What?
Oh, I thought my lanyard went in there.
So to give you an idea, I wondered when he's going to get rid of the one that, these ones that go up are a little abnormal. Ah, that is cool. See, that's cool that he's putting a wedge cut in there. So it'll actually control the fall of the tree. That's just wicked cool. That's a monster. That was way big one, man. I hope the video picks the sound of that up. He's just slowly working his way up, which is cool, man. He's about the top of the canopy of most of the oak trees right now. So let's give you a pan across. So here's those oak trees. The ones up behind him, he's about 15 feet, I'd guess, 20 feet below. And then the fir tree behind him, it keeps on cruising up. That's another big dog. But see, it just goes and goes and goes. We have probably, we have guys with about 5 Novrich Airsoft snipers out at our field.
Yeah.
And that one guy that we call Sarge, he comes out and he took his rangefinder. He's a drywaller guy. And he's like over here doing a job. He goes, can I come out to the field, drink a couple beers and do some rangefinding? I'm like, yeah. And I watched him 150 feet, 200 feet get headshots.
Yeah. Dude, I love when they take their headshots, especially on those dudes. You watch them tag them 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
It's like, all right, no, I'm getting the point across now. Then you see them complain about it. It's like, well, dude, if you felt the first hit, like,
yep,
you're out, bro. That's one of the things that irritated me about paintball and airsoft is you get those guys like you're in a firefight and they're tucked off, you know, just barely hanging out. You hit them in the arm and they'll sit there as they're coming down. They'll like brush it on their side and come back up. Like
we had a guy that plays on a semi-pro team out here do that to me, and he had a black jersey, and I popped him with bright fluorescent orange paint right in the rib cage. Yeah. And he was behind some of these Kim totes, so I had an angle at his rib cage. But when he tucked in hard, I couldn't see him, you know. But when he'd come out to shoot, I had his rib cage all day, and he didn't know where I was at. So I'm like, Wapo. And he comes back out, and you could see the hand mark through it, right? Yeah. I'm like, all right, ding dong. So I flipped it over to wide open throttle, and I put 60 on his rib cage, and he bitched. He's like, ruh, ruh, ruh. Now Vita took the first one. Man, those are rotten. That one just hit the ground. It just blew up.
That's what most of them have been doing, actually.
Yeah, I'll be doing a lot of chipping a little stuff. I think I'm going to get a landscape rake to rake up a lot of that stuff for my tractor because it's just so little. You end up hand picking up most of it.
I'm interested to see these bigger ones.
Hey, Cole, this would be a good limb over here.
All right. I already got one of that big gnarly one that you just dropped right by your hip on the left side. I'll get another one, though.
How big around is that one, David?
Sure, mine's clear.
It is clear.
Okay.
I can see it from here. Thanks,
All right, I'm going to use the pull hook and get this big chunk down so I don't have it come down on top.
Okay, when I'm ready, you better.
There's the barn. Let's screw down. See, you don't even see him. He's so far up. To give you a perspective.
What?
I said I'm just going to leave it right there. I just wanted to get it to where it wasn't resting on the oak.
Yeah, really don't matter.
So right there about where he's standing, I bet you that tree is.
Need anything from the truck?
No.
So where he's at on that tree is probably about 2 feet in diameter. Let's see if we can get up there. Where he's at, yeah. That's about 24 inches across, I would guess, where he's at on the tree right now. And hey man, how far do you think he's up right now?
Say 45 to 50.
Yeah, so he's about 45 to 50 feet up right now on that thing. He's getting ready to do some more topping. And we're talking about the job. He doesn't want to climb all the way to the top where we might think that the tree is suspect rotten. So he's gonna top it out, which will be the coolest part of the video. So I'm gonna save some of this video so we don't eat up a lot of just weird time.
Jeez, I keep putting my beard in.
Slide the door towards the shop you just come from. So he has officially cleared the canopy of the oak trees. So I'd say he's more than 50 feet up now. And there's at least 30, 40 feet of tree up there still that we can't even get on camera. Wish I had a drone for this. That'd be kind of cool. We'll just keep plugging away until it gets safe. So what we're gonna have to do, let me zoom back out. What we're gonna have to do is see all this debris down here. We're gonna take whatever we can cut up for firewood, we'll cut up for firewood, but the rest will go in the DW30 chipper. That's crazy. The camera just doesn't have the optics that an eye does. It's just amazing. It's cool.
Which way is he gonna follow the tree?
So see where his helper guy is over here?
Yeah.
So the tree is gonna land right in this area right here.
Wow.
So he's gonna wedge it, he said. You see. So these guys, all right guys, so he has cleared the oak tree canopy and he's starting to work on the top. And what, his name is David Yost from Yost Tree Service. And when we were assessing the safety of the job and everything, what he was gonna do is just top the dead portion of the tree, because what he didn't want to do is put himself at risk by climbing on the dead portion of the tree. And it's all not healthy, so it's just, you know, it's all of a judgment call at that point from him being up there. But these branches that are falling are wicked cool. Oh, I hope the camera gets that sound. Yeah. You don't mind being on the YouTube channel, do you? Okay, cool. What we'll do is we'll cut those into manageable pieces, but the ones that are like firewood size, we'll cut them up into firewood, and we'll just limb them, and then we'll put them in a pile, and I'll grab them with the tractor, and I'll haul them over there, and then the branches, we'll pull the branches over here, and we'll just have the chipper on the back and just blow it right in the track, you know.
All right.
And we'll, yeah.
Is the tractor right there with the chipper?
Yep. And so mainly all we'll do is we'll trim this up, and anything that's like this big or smaller is going in the chipper.
All right.
So super easy. Super easy.
That thing moves up here.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. On a strong wind, I can sit in the hot tub on the back of the house, and I can watch that tree and this tree just dance, because they're above the oak trees, so they don't have any wind protection, so they catch all the wind. It's just crazy, man. I'm gonna see if I can even get up better by dropping my camera down even more.
A few days ago.
Oh, that was wicked. So he was telling me he used to work for another company, I think the power company or a big, that's how he got his skill set. Oh.
That's not happening to me. last branch made the whole tree move.
Yeah, that's why I zoomed out to get that whole wobbliness of it.
Yeah.
So right now he was just talking to his guy on the ground that the tree is really walking on him up there when the branches are coming down. Now each one of those branches is at least 10 feet in length, at least, and like 4 to 6 inch in diameter for the small ones. And he's all into the dead stuff that's all brown and rotten, and so, oh, here comes a big one. Oh, that was heavy. Can pick that up on video. If you guys can see the tree wiggling when he moves. Oh yeah, it's wiggling. So what he's doing, if you can't tell, is he's doing his climb line, is he's tightening that up and readjusting it. And then as he goes up the tree, the orange rope is called his flip line, and he moves that up, which in conjunction with his climbing spurs, that's how he climbs the tree, which is really, man, it's really, whenever he wiggles, the tree moves like a foot. I bet the view from up there is just wicked. But I am personally, I would too chicken to go up that high. No. That's just cool sounding.
Yeah.
Oh. That dead oak that's over there next to that one that's leaning, I'm gonna cut that today. See that little dead one? See where he's standing?
Yeah.
See at the beginning of the bunkhouse, that little dead spur that sticks off of it?
Oh yeah.
And then there's a little dead one in there I'm gonna trim up. Oh, there's a good one. Wow, it's wiggling now, man.
Okay, coming underneath. Okay. Eye off.
Like right in here, it just, you can see termites and stuff, or something's been getting to it.
Okay.
So you're gonna get a line to guide where the tree falls.
Yeah, so the white line, he said he'd have it.
Wedges are in your climb bag, right? Or are those in the rig bag?
I think they're in the rigging bag.
Okay.
So if you guys didn't pick that up on the video, so David Yost has said,
What's it look like from there, Rob?
it's pretty wicked. You're above the canopy on the video shot right now. It looks like you're above the oak tree canopy, and so he's got the wedges in. He's finishing his front cut, and he's wedging it in, and it should be coming down any time now. It's just a long, safe process.
Dude, you should be able to pull it. Hold on. Keep tension on it. A butt.
There it goes, there it goes, there it goes, guys. Awesome! That was wicked cool.
Yeah, sorry about them tires, Bob.
Don't worry about it. Tires can be restacked.
You know what? Because the tires was what I was aiming for, baby.
So he was aiming for those stacks of tires and he hit it dead on the money.
Good job on the ground, Cole.
Good job in the tree, David.
That was cool, guys. Yost Tree Service out of Salem, Oregon.
311 and warm it up.
Just out of the way of where I'm working.
All right.
Did you ask anybody else to come out here?
No, just you today.
Cool.
So what he got going on right now is the top of the tree is out. He hit his mark perfectly, what he was aiming for, which was awesome. There's those stack of tires that we got in the paintball field there. I didn't want to move, but he was aiming for him. He nailed it, dead money on. Now he's gonna cut the tree off in chunks and put them on the ground. And then what we'll end up doing is and then once he gets to where he's happy with the tree, where he thinks it's gonna be good and safe for us to have on the paintball and airsoft field, then Bryce and I are gonna make this huge mess of stuff go away. All right, guys. So he found something in the tree he's gonna tell us about here in a minute. Yeah, I see him poke his fingers in a hole. I know in the other two trees that we cut down, or the other three.
It's all hollow right here.
Oh, there's a hole in there?
No, it's not hollow. You can just.
Oh my gosh. So what's that, a 12-foot section above you?
Like, past my hook, it looks like that dead bark inside.
Oh my gosh. Just powder. Jeez.
I don't know how much.
I can lift a 12 to 14-foot section with my grapple.
I'm just wondering what's safe for it to not, barber chair like you see in the videos.
Oh yeah. However you want to tackle it, brother. Whatever makes you safe and getting it on the ground. So if you guys couldn't hear that on the video, he said inside there's a hole in the tree and it's crunchy like the bark. So that's crazy. That's why we're getting rid of this tree. And that hole, what do you think that hole is? What, 50 feet up, Bryce?
Yeah.
The hole that he found inside the main trunk of the tree is 50 feet up. All right, guys, so he's getting ready to take like a 12 to 14 foot chunk off the top of the tree. The first top, he took 30 feet off, so this will be another 12 to 14 feet. I'm gonna zoom back. I'm gonna put it at the top so you guys get an idea of how this goes down. Okay, he just cut his wedge. He's finishing out his wedge. Now what he was nervous about is there was a bunch of punkiness in the tree itself past the bark. So he's got a concern of barber chair here.
The barber chair go down?
Yeah, it can go down and up. Generally, it won't go past the cut, but sometimes it will.
Take a little section, all right? Let's see.
Is there a way to predict barber chair?
Okay.
Super unpredictable. You'll hear cracking. If you can hear cracking over the chainsaw, that'll help. But that's all right, guys. He's making his fall cut right now. Hopefully, we don't get any barber chair action. He's about quarter of the way into the tree. It isn't tipping yet. Might have to throw some wedges. We don't know. Yep, he's gonna get a wedge here in a minute. Here comes a wedge. He's tapping a wedge in. Gonna use his little axe to finish driving the wedge in.
much, guys.
All right, he's going for a second wedge now to get it to move the tree the direction he wants. Has 2 wedges. No, the face cut is opposite of what he's doing. We're getting chips are actually blowing on us. He's having the line tender pull on the line. There it goes, guys. There it goes. Awesome! That was wicked cool.
Hey, cool, I got both of them.
And he kept the wedges on top of the tree. All right, guys, we're gonna pause. All right, guys, so we had to do a little bit of reconnoitering, and we had to get a battery pack for the phone because it was going, but we're on our second chunk of the tree gonna hit the ground, and we'll get that all on video. A lot of this will be edited, so I don't know what you guys will see or not see, but this is pretty cool. I may not get a lot of hits on this YouTube video, but it'll be a cool memory for me and the family down the road, seeing what happens at our place. Yeah, I bet you there's gonna be like at least 3 or 4 cord of wood out of this tree. We'll probably have 2 years, two or 3 summers worth of wood.
That's cool.
My brother has a wood burning stove, but it needs work on the pipe to make it safe. So I'll probably end up giving some to him. Dude, the eyeball is just amazing. I'm watching the video here, right? And the camera is struggling to get all this, right? My eye, I can see the definition of the saw blade, the whole back panoramic. It's just, the human eye is such an awesome thing.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna go start wedging it to get it to fall right again. That's about a 10-foot chunk that he's cut off the top of the tree. Alright, he's going for a second wedge to help maneuver the tree where the direction he wants it. He's got the pull line all the way at the top of the tree this time. kept one of the windows. Oh, that was cool.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, watching that from this angle, that's the best chunk I've seen.
Did it change your life?
Changed my life,
I
bro.
love these guys. They're fun to watch. You get people who are really passionate about what they do or enjoy their workmates or whatever, and so you can just see the positivity in their life and come out through what they do.
It's all about leverage.
How big a round is that thing, David? The top.
Right here?
Yeah, 2 feet? 3 feet? What?
I can get my arms around it, so probably 3 feet.
3 feet around at the top.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how you do diameter, I just cut it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ask math questions this early in the morning.
Well, why are you calling me out, dude? It's like 6 a.m. right now, man. On a Friday, I work all week, and you bring these math questions. Well, I don't, yeah, I guess the rope always, no, I don't. Yeah, might as well. You want to get a picture of me right here?
As soon as I get the rope tied on, I will.
Okay.
Do you need that chunk moved out of your tree line with the tractor?
No, he's got it out already.
All right, cool.
And you know, I'll take some rounds, yeah, I will.
All right. Right now he's taking a high school senior pic on the
I
top
was
of the...
always too poor to have them. My mom couldn't afford them, so now at every job, I just do high school pictures, man. Every angle, I tell you. Sometimes we get overtime here at Yost Tree Service because we take so many darn high school pics. I get some for Cole, too.
You guys should do a calendar.
Oh, nice. What'd you do?
Huh?
What'd you do?
Doubled up, went around, tied it, then pulled the loop through, and then put the tail back around through the loop and cinched tight.
Okay.
I think he says it's double half inch.
So you need to learn, because you're going to have a hell of a time. It's cool if you get it off quick this time, but you put tension on a rope like that, you're going to have a hell of a time getting it out. That's why they make those, you know, that's the purpose of learning those knots that you're going to learn.
Okay.
Because of the grounding, that's what's going to get you moved up in the, you know, the book, whatever book it is. That you're the what's it called, the test pilot for what we're going to expect of groundman, because you're not going to be a groundman forever, you know.
Yeah.
So these knots, we got to remember. Hey, remember that one time where it took 20 minutes to get that rope undone because we just put whatever knot we could figure out to get this thing down, when it could have been a running bowling would have worked.
I mean, I can set it on the rope.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying we'll just use it as a reference so we can build something and grow together and have, you know, a good foundation for the next guy that's in your position to Be like, you know, here, in 6 months, I want you to, you know, if you last that long or want to be with the company, I want you to know these kind of knots, here's a book, and just kind of, you know, we'll come with a groundwork for what we need to make your job go smooth. So I don't have to say, like, hey, put that up there. You already know what knot to use. You're going to use it. We're going to be ready to go. Calm-wise, you know, like this means a little bit for you, Ralph. So a little bit, and then go ahead. You know.
Do you want me in line with your face, or do you want me at that angle of the rope? See, it's pulling this way.
I'd say line with the face.
Line with the face.
So basically, as you're pulling, you'll just back up like that way.
Good. Let me recondition to where I'm over that way and I can back that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch the tension on the line. I'm on board. You want more?
See how it feels if you do a little bit more? And you're under that hook, so it's just going to move out of that. Close, stop.
Hold on.
There you go.
Okay, now start rolling it. I'll watch you, okay?
It's not really pulling tension, it's just moving it. Can you swing it so you're, yeah, so it goes out that way? Because that's what's going to pull on the rope.
Alright. Want more?
No. So when you're doing a little bit, you're just cruising out that way. We all good?
We're starting down here. Hey, you want me to watch him for this or you for that? Watch him for, he'll tell you a little bit. Was cool when I felt the tree give a little bit, I could feel it release tension on the tractor beam. That was cool.
Yeah, the tree talks to you. Says, hey, I'm about to do this. This good?